It's Rosemary. It's Rosemary. She's been reading your novel. What's it called again? Mind of Sex.
Public is confused. President is virtue. He knows the truth if he thinks it through.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. Our full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this far. I just wanna tell you how I feel. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around. Desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. We've known each other for so long. Your heart's been aching, you're just shy to say. Inside we know what's going on. We know the game and we're gonna play it. If you ask a feeling, don't tell me not to understand. Never gonna get never gonna let you around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Never gonna give. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. Our full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this far. I just wanna tell you how I feel. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around. Desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. We've known each other for so long. Your heart's been aching, you're just shy to say. Inside we know what's going on. We know the game and we're gonna play it. If you ask a feeling, don't tell me not to understand. Never gonna get never gonna let you around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie.
Hail, everybody! Yeah, I didn't have my mic on because I muted it for your intro. Aren't you happy? Aren't you glad? Hail! Hail, Terry. Hail, Black Russian Bot. Hail, Adam AF. He's my producer. We have Soyboard, Panboard, Bandboard, Panboard, and we have 69 here with us today. Oh, you guys could probably hear that. Oh, and we have Brian the Observer. He's gonna mansplain to us. So the first thing we're gonna, he's gonna mansplain. I see. I could have used you today, Brian. You weren't mansplaining. You left me in the. You left me high and dry. I boomed it. I fucking boomed it. It's all your fault. All right, so this is the Megatron I picked. I think it's gonna do well. What's your thought about this, Terry? Do you like this Megatron? Hail the boom boom of sex, yes. What do you think about this Megatron? Is this a good Megatron? I really like this Megatron. Yes, classic. The other ones I saw were a little shinier and a little gayer. Well, we're gonna make it gay. We're gonna make it gay. Oh, we are gonna gay this robot up. And we're gonna give him a nice background, but of course we're gonna keep that to itself. But don't you think? I think they can hear you. Not you. Interesting. They can't hear you, but they can hear me. Say something. Aha.
Testing 1, 2. I'm telling them.
There you go. You're on. Okay, so we're gonna place this. I boomered the fuck out of this, guys. This is what happens when I... Brian the Observer's having... This is what happens when I over-practice for one channel, and then the streaming doesn't work out, and then I have to move it all to another channel. Yeah, it fucking sucks. Alright, they can hear you now, Soyboard. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Can everyone hear Soyboard? Does anyone want to finger his bum?
Hey, I'll lift my tail for you if you want.
Oh,
That's a yeet.
that's
Yeeting.
I'm feeling yeety.
Is that yeety or is what yiffy?
Yiffing, yiffing and yeeting.
That's how you get your yiffies out.
I'm a yiffing and a yeeting. Okay, so the first thing I'd like to do when cutting out a robot from his natural habitat is I'd like to cut out all this white shit in the background. And this is the best part and the most interesting part of Photoshop. It's cutting things out. Because if you don't know how to do that, it's not going to work out.
Just make sure you don't nick the taint.
Yeah, you don't want to nick the taint.
Can we give this robot a tail?
No.
Or cat ears?
We're not making it illegal. We're making it gay.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay? You don't want to... It's a difference. There's a difference there. Okay. Caesar is streaming against me. Yeah, I'm sure. So. Alright, so what we're going to do is cut out all this white shit. I usually like using the magic wand tool. And I keep tolerance at 8. You want a little tolerance, because if you don't have tolerance, then you're just a bigot. And a racist. And a sexist. So...
Or you're at least prejudiced.
The first trick is... Yeah, exactly. We're lucky here, because this robot is a very... he has a nice white background that we could easily just cut out. What I like to do is I'm going to do a separate layer here, because I'm going to copy and paste it onto that layer. Blackbot's doing both streams at the same time.
How difficult would it be to give him a dildo instead?
Well, being that it's attached to him, not too difficult. We can have him hold a dildo, possibly. We do some layering.
But being that it's a profile picture, it'd make it difficult to use.
Yeah, because you're not really going to see it. You got to remember, if it's an avatar, it's going to be kind of hard to see too much detail. So you
What
got to
about,
work...
like, a summer sausage instead.
Yeah, you could have a summer sausage.
Yeah, that works.
You could have a summer sausage, or you could have a, you know, all kinds of things. Whatever you want.
What if there was like a summer sausage loaded into his gun chamber? Because I feel like that's empty where it should be full of something.
Like he would be firing a summer sausage off?
Yeah, like he's have his sausage gun. Sausage
gun. I like that.
Yeah. Or like a squash gun. I'm sure Terry'd be down for that.
Yeah, well, you gotta think of it as this is like a Monet. This is gonna be a profile picture, so it's gotta be look good from far, but far from good. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is gonna be Terry's avatar. So the first thing we're gonna do.
Big gay remake.
First thing we're going to do is that we got this Megatron on a nice white background. So we're going to get that white background out. So I'm just using the Magic Wand tool at 8 tolerance. And we're selecting the background here. I just clicked that, but we're missing some in betwixt his loins and betwixt his arms. And a little over here on the right. So what do we do for that? We hold down Shift. You'll see the plus sign. We're going to click there. Same thing here. We're going to Shift, click. Now it's selecting all that. And it's got a little schmiggly schmoog in the corner there. But we'll fix that later. And then we're going to...
How do you get those, how do you get those small portions, like, see where his wrist is? There's, like, that tiny white triangle. Now,
Well,
how do you do those?
That kind of stuff, you just zoom way in. And once again, Magic Wand tool, Shift, click. Now, it's going to be a little off selecting, but I'm going to show you how to get rid of that. Now, the one thing you got to learn after you fucking select this stuff is to mask it. Masking is the most important thing. And how we do mask. The mask is this little camera thing where it looks like a rectangle with a circle. Well, we're going to click that, and it puts it to masking mode. I'm a weirdo, and I actually like it switched. So what I do is I go select, inverse. So it's just selecting the background now. And then I click the masking. So anything that's in red is now the background. That's all the thing we want to delete, anything that's in red. I'm once again a weirdo, and I use the eraser tool to select stuff. A lot of people will use like a paintbrush or something else. And you just want to go over the spots that need to be cleaned up a little bit. So let's see, we're going to go into his arm here. So we got a white space right here. We got a little thin white dick that we need to get rid of. So I use the brackets. Some might call them nipple brackets.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Some would.
and I use that to slide right in there and get rid of that little white dick. No one likes a little white dick.
Yeah, no one.
No
dude.
one likes a little thin white dick. So we're gonna cut that out, get that triangle out of there, and then we're gonna see we have this little. We have some schmuckus over here on his right arm. We're gonna get rid of that schmuckus too. So we're gonna get a little of this.
Look at the technical term for it.
Technical term is schmackus. I'm weird and I say schmuckus. So get right up close, and you can zoom in as much as you like. You know, we're not looking for an encore here. We're getting rid of this.
I mean, I'm looking for utter perfection. I'm sure Terry...
Exactly, and Terry is
Now-
as well.
I think Terry said in the chat that he would like a Renaissance style cod piece.
Hey, it's
Fuse.
McGee. How you doing, Crystal? How you doing? He wants a cod piece infused.
Yep.
Well, Terry,
Over the top.
you can I'll send you my PayPal account, and we'll make a deal.
That's extra.
That's extra for the cod piece.
So he's got a little like silly truck cod
Yeah,
piece.
exactly. He's
It's
got
a
a little.
single step.
He's got a little alternator cod piece.
Yeah, I mean, if you want a full robot cod piece, I mean, you're gonna have to, you know.
Fork over the shekels, huh?
So you don't have to get too perfect in this, because I'm going to show you a little trick that makes this a lot quicker. But the other schmuckus right here is by his foot.
He gets studded. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
You mansplaining me how to make this photoshopping.
Definitely.
So we're coming up close here. We're
Hey, didn't you say that he should mansplain only things that he knows somewhat about?
yeah,
like
somewhat
mason
about.
jars?
This is exactly the thing that he should be mansplaining.
Saving your pee in mason jars.
Yeah, that's
Bill Bellamy.
clown makeup removal, by the way.
Is that how you do it?
Yeah, that's how you do it. It kills poison ivy, poison oak, and clown urine. I mean, clown makeup. It kills it.
Clown.
Who fucking likes
Clown-
clowns anymore? Clown
that-
urine
Are
is
you
used to
hunting
grow geranium, I believe.
I could see mimes lasting like a while,
Yeah.
but not clowns. Like
Not
I feel
clowns.
like that's gonna be gone in the next. Like clown college won't really exist.
Clowns and the circus in general, I feel like. Brown's on your lawn, Brian says. Yeah. I think clowns in the general public will be gone in a few years. I'm not sure what you guys...
You can only
what the chat thinks about that.
What I was thinking is, if you want to use that clown urine, make it a little faster. You can pour it on yourself, and then, you know, it'll attract more of those weirdos to you, and then you can get rid of.
That's true.
Yep.
That's true. Here, I'm gonna put the chat up in the his house, so everyone can see what's going on there. There we go. Down with clowns, he says.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. I don't know what you
Yeah,
want me to
well-
do with that. 'Cause I'm
Like,
not
are you
down with
getting
clowns.
down with clowns? Are you good with clowns?
Okay, so after we select this, we're gonna deselect, and then we're gonna select inverse. And what we do here is we go to the tool, like you can either go to the magnetic lasso, or you can go to the magic wand tool. I like the magic wand because I have a Freudian complex.
I was gonna say because you love Harry Potter.
You big Harry Potter man?
I love a big hairy pooter.
Right on.
I have a shaven chocha and a hairy pooter. So we click the button right here. It's called Select and Mask. When you click Select and Mask, it shows you what you're cutting out. Well, we don't want that. Plus, it's inverse. So we're going to cancel that. We're going to select and inverse it. Now it is cutting out the Megatron Gaybot by itself. So we select and mask. Oh, look at that. The white background is disappearing. What can we do with that? We can zoom in and see how everything's doing here. He's got a nice look. His thighs are looking a little rugged, but we can clear that up. He's got some nice... We got to keep the thighs intact if we're going to make this Megatron gay. So what we do here is we're going to shift the edge a little bit. Shift it out. Now his thighs are coming together a little bit better. And we're going to feather this slightly. That way we can get a nice background behind him. Nice and clean, exactly, Black Russian Bot. We can get a nice background behind him without it looking too ragged and rugged. So what do we do here?
The clean flip into a back.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to copy, we're going to paste this into its own layer. So now we have its own layer. So now we go boop. Oh, and it's gone. There we go. We got a nice, clean Megatron. Boop, 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 boop. How you feel about that? And now if you see up close, we still have a little fray of a background there. So we're gonna take the eraser tool. What I'm gonna do is, just to make sure I get all this, is I'm gonna make a layer in the background. I'm gonna choose a dark color, and then I'm gonna paint the background. And this will show any imperfections or disgusting things out there. So as you see, here's the white line. So we have all these extra white lines here. We don't need them. We like the little white line outline of Megatron because it'll make him look like a paper cutout, which is, you know, extra gay. And we can use that down the road. So let's just get rid of this shit. So we're going to use the eraser here. Oh, and then we're just going to choose the right layer up here at layer 2.
Whenever there's the option, always extra gay.
Always extra gay. We're going to delete and clear this shit out. And 69 just sent me over a nice costume to put on Voltron.
I think we should do that
Megatron.
on Ultron's lower
Megatron.
half or whatever.
Yeah, on his lower half. I think his name is
Yeah.
Subaru right now. We're gonna
Whatever
turn his
his name
Megatron
is.
into his Subaru. Maybe, yeah, because you know the story about Subaru, right? How they got their target audience. They had like
hipsters?
no. They had a large influx of lesbians buying their car, and they had no idea. In the 90s,
I mean, that makes sense.
and
It's
they
a
were
cool
using them.
car, my man.
Oh man, that's great. What? Looky, the guy, he's got a man bun and everything.
Yeah,
Oh, you guys
I
are
think we could
missing
just use the lower half.
Okay, so
But
we-
I mean, they won't be missing out because there'll be the grand reveal, and you know they'll see it. throughout.
exactly. All right, so we
yeah, I'm really hunting for something special for Ryan.
Ryron.
Ryron's.
So we cleaned up all
Who
that
told them, man?
schmuckus.
Schmuckus.
The schmuckus is clean now. So we get rid of that ugly brown background because brown's the color of poop. And we need color because we're gonna make him gay and proud. So what's the first thing we do? Well, we're gonna select Megatron, and we're gonna create a second layer of gradient for the rainbow. So you can select him by clicking, control and clicking the layer, and you can see the little ants are walking all around him there. So we're gonna make a new layer, and then we're gonna take a gradient tool, and we're gonna select the rainbow gradient. And
Perfect.
here we go. Okay, now he's got a gradient overlay. The other alternative step of doing this. God damn. Yeah, we'll add that for sure. That's the one we're adding.
Wait, haven't you seen the one that has like teeth?
Oh, this one's amazing, dude. Oh, Terry's gonna be looking so great on
He's gonna be
social
looking
media.
fantastic in social media. So what I like to
That
do.
one- that one's
Oh
pretty
man, that's
ridiculous,
like the
dude.
Mad Max. Well, you know what? It's gonna have Mel Gibson's head. It's fitting. Let's do that one.
Got it?
Do
can
we?
show the
Do you
people.
have a Mel Gibson?
Yes, I
Are we-
do. I have a bearded Mel Gibson.
Oh, great. Okay, perfect.
Yes, indeed. This is great, Adam. I'm
Are
using
you
this
able to
one
show the
exactly.
people?
All right, we got a nice one for you, Terry. You're gonna be excited. You're gonna be on a watch list. So, all right, we got the rainbow gradient. We got that going for us. But I'm putting it in its own layer because I find that more appropriate and I can edit it easier. Some people can also select the Ultron itself and go to effects and go to a gradient overlay. I feel like I have more choice of where the rainbow lands on our gay robot. So that's yeah, Jacob's Ladder maybe, Bryron. So he's gonna be put on the list for sure. All right, so now the next step is getting Mel Gibson's head on this body. So what do we know about Mel Gibson? He is unruly. He is disgusting. So the question is, there you go. The question
Isn't that
is,
perfect?
Terry, this is a big question for you. We need to know if you want Lethal Weapon Mel Gibson or bearded post Passion of the Christ, post anti-Semitism Mel Gibson. Everyone vote in the chat. We're gonna need a Y for bearded Mel Gibson and an N for Lethal Weapon Mel Gibson. Bearded. It looks like it's bearded. Looks like we're
Oh, yeah.
bearded. I
Oh,
vote for
yeah.
bearded. Oh, it is bearded all the way around. So I have a nice one for you here.
I mean, I feel like Gatron or
Gatron.
Megatron should be a bear.
That's
You know what I
definitely
mean?
it. It's beaded. Adam AF says beaded. I don't think we had that yet, but we did discuss that. May have some anal beads, exactly. So, oh, there he is. This is the one we're using. This is a gorgeous man. He just hates everybody, but he knows how to write a good story. We can all agree with that.
That's just scrumptious. Look
Isn't
at
that
that
scrumptious?
He looks like an old priest.
He's a tasty, scrumptious man in this picture.
Yeah.
So, alright, this is where the cutting out skills really come to play. Like, Megatron, I would say, on a level between 1 and 5, was closer to, like, a 1.5, because he already had a white background with just a little schmuckus. Now, like, Mel Gibson has a lot of schmuckus. He would actually be offended at us saying anything with schmuckus because he hates the Jews.
Ah,
Oh my god.
We're gonna, we're using, I'm getting the cough of Mel Gibson. Okay, so we're gonna use the magnetic lasso tool. And what that does is it picks little points in the pixels, so you can get a good cut around Mel Gibson's head. This was actually created just to cut out pictures of Mel Gibson's head in order to put it on bodies.
I did
Fun
read
fact.
that.
Yeah, it's a pro tip.
Yep.
You can choose to accept it or not. So what I'm doing is I'm just lightly grazing the outside of his fuzzy white domain, if you will.
and so this specifically developed for Mel Gibson. Does that mean that once you're done, it's gonna call you and leave you a really racist voice?
He makes movie magic, bro.
He does make movie magic. All right, so
And poor personal decisions or whatever.
I'm getting a good
Personal
beard cut here.
choices. Look at that beard cut.
I chose not to take his neck because I feel like that would be.
Well, we're gonna want to swivel the head.
Yeah, we're gonna want to swivel the head around, make a day of it. So what we're gonna do is the old trick that we used before, which is the selected mask. Oh, look, so we got a little roughness up here. He's a little spiky. But what we can do with that is really simple. I've wasted so much time trying to cut out hair. We can skip all that. We just shift.
Just feather it.
Yeah, we just shift the edge in here. Gonna shift that edge. Pulled in this way. Let's pull it in this way. Shift that edge, and then we're gonna feather. Oh, nice. There we go, nice feather. You can't even tell the background's there now. Maybe a little more shifting of the edge. Pull that in slightly more. Just get some of that background. Feather it a little more. Oh, there we go. It's beautiful.
Perfect.
Perfect. Alright, we're going to press OK on that bad boy. And we're going to copy and paste that to its own layer and throw out the trash. And keep the good trash. So we're going to put that... Oh, now he's a rainbow too! But only part of him is rainbow. Because that's the... So we're going to save that rainbow gradient to last. I threw that in the trash. So, we're going to free transform old Mel. Oh, I forgot Windows does this. We're going to put his head right up here on the Megatron. So we need to move him down. We don't have enough vertical space here. Mel Gibson's got a large noggin. So we need to move this all down. He's got a large noggin
I
going
definitely
on.
feel like it should be oversized for his body.
Correct. Maybe pull this down a little bit more. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Look at that. Now we'll just adjust Mel. Adjust Mel a little bit. Oh! It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. But what is it missing? What is it missing? A cod piece.
Oh yeah, I've got a bunch of extra stuff to make Terry's avatar really pop.
Well, we need to have some of this background stuff.
People are just gonna be retweeting you left and right, my man.
You're gonna get the most retweets and swiping Tinder votes left and right all
Did
day.
you see my suggestion to have mounted in the cannon?
Yes. I did see that. I think we should.
Okay,
I think there
great.
should be one in the background because he already fired one off as well. And then I have.
That's why I got two. One's with the suction sort of thing, holding it there. and the
There's
other one-
there's gonna be a surprise guest in the background too, and it's because he's probably not watching. But there will be a surprise guest. There you go. You gotta whip it good. Okay, so what do we need on Mel Gibson's codpiece to make this more gay? Well, we need this spiky codpiece. So, in order to make this work, we're gonna have to precisely remove this gear from this man's body.
I mean,
We're definitely gonna have to remove this gear from this man's body. So, how do you suggest we do that? Once again, we use a magnetic lasso tool and feather. Feather that bitch. Okay. So
Scrumptious.
we're gonna start here because think of this all as one shape. You gotta, take it out and think of this as just one shape, and we're gonna follow that shape all around. Now we don't need the shoulder pads. We do not need the shoulder pads. Here he
what
has
about
shoulder pads.
his knobbly nipples? I mean,
The nips we might need. We
look
might
at
just
those
want to.
man. I think we should give him some nips.
We might even want to just overlay this body over Voltron and then leave the legs and kind of feather that
I
in.
mean, he's got the hips.
Or
he's
just
got
cut the.
lip.
Oh, we'll just cut the legs
Give him a
off.
minute.
The legs and the arms
Well,
off.
I've got an idea for the feet, so let's leave the feet unscathed. 'Cause
Exactly.
I think that'll really tie the whole piece together.
Exactly. I agree, my man.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just get cutting. Let's get plain Dr. Frankenstein here. So I'm going to start at the bulge, as you always should.
Of course. I mean, the gaze is inevitably transfixed.
Exactly.
Right
the gaze is exactly. The gaze are transfixed. And we're gonna go around. We're gonna take the body because I think we decided we're just gonna use everything but the arms and the legs because we want to keep those perky nips.
Yeah, I mean, you want to leave a vestige of Mega, whatever his name is, the robot.
Exactly. We gotta remind them that he is a transformer.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna cut around here. I
But
think.
I mean that gear is just good stuff. Yeah. Keep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't need that shoulder gear.
But I mean, there should definitely be a suggestion that there's a manly, rough, nipply.
Inside that robot, just trapped
Yeah,
inside.
under trapped inside.
And that's
of
what
the
it's a metaphor, Terry. You have a nice gay, happy, soft soul trapped in a hard robot's body.
But your bulge is encased in a
Your bulge is protected more than ever. And spiky. That no one is ever going to touch that. You don't want anybody to touch that.
Yeah,
So
not until the
Safe and
RDC.
secure, my man.
you gotta be secure. You gotta be
No. I
secure.
already have something worked out for the nips. Although they are pretty glorious in their.
We're not taking out these
that.
nips? These are
No,
good
no.
nips.
They're good nips.
Are we only taking the cod piece then? We
I was
can't.
thinking we could do one thing to one of the nips.
Okay, well, I'll just take the cod piece then.
No. Keep it all. I really do think it will really shine.
Okay.
All right.
So
Let me
put me-
just get the other thing we need for the nip.
I need to get my pan soundboard going so I can get a wow.
69. Timlin's Bunny in the chat says, "This is Tim's casual wear. That's how we got this image."
uh,
Oh
Tim
my
Lim's funny. So
gosh.
funny.
Yeah, that's. As soon
feel
as
bad
I
for
heard
that bunny.
guy was regularly molesting his own pet rabbit.
Yeah, it gets a little dark.
It's disgusted me.
Gets a little dark. You know, but
Yeah,
you
now
know, we're
this is what he wears around the house, and then you'll know more in some months.
this is the stuff we like to do, and you know, we got to do this, and this is what friendship is made of. You know, looking at bulge together, finding the best parts of the bulge to take, what to leave. You know,
It's true.
this is friendship. This is bonding. All right, we got some nice tight nips. We got some cut out, and what are we going to do? We are going
that
to
is rough.
select and match.
It's rough.
Hey, here we go.
Oh.
Oh! That's a knocker if I've ever seen one. Maybe that's why they call them knockers.
You could
We're gonna shift the edge a little bit in.
pull a
There we go.
truck with that. Oh my gosh.
Wow, you could cut glass with those.
So we're gonna copy paste.
I think it'll
delete that.
segue great.
We're gonna transform and we're gonna flip this horizontally because we gotta match the angle of Ultron or Megatron.
Well, I'm surprised. That's actually a good angle.
I know. That's why
Yeah.
I used it. That's a good angle.
Dude,
Okay,
thank
so
you.
we gotta do a Dawn. Now remember, guys, layering. It's all about the layering. So what do we do here? Well, as you see, if we just lay this on top, this looks sloppy. So we're gonna do some wonderful photoshopping. This is where layers come in. Well, first off, we want Mel to be at the top. There we go. Now it looks natural. His head's coming out of his tits. It's perfect. The tits are plenty.
Yeah.
And they're coming out. Maybe we'll move
No,
the tits down
no.
a little bit. There we go. Now that looks good. Okay. So what else are we having issues with here? Well, his gun would be over his nips, right? So what do we do with that? Well, we have two choices. We can either lose the image or we can cut out the gun. I'm going to play it safe and cut out the gun. It's good to play it safe. Because when you got nips as perky as those, you don't want to lose them.
They're front and
You don't want
center.
to just leave them behind.
They
yeah.
need to be front and center.
They need to be front and center. So, I'm just going to
I
do
mean-
a quick slap cut.
He's already in a very powerful alpha male, Domish stanced.
Exactly.
So you don't want to lose that sort of power.
Legs are spread,
inherent in the pose.
akimbo. Exactly. He's got a powerful stance. They're akimbo. They're spread. They're
Yep.
he's open.
Making room for his
Manly
ample
juices.
loins
Now the
and
most
manly juices.
the most important parts are right here in this little crevice area, because this is where the nips are gonna meet the gun. We want to make sure the nips and the gun meet in harmony. Namaste. Namaste.
You want to fuse the nip and the gun together. That would be awesome.
Exactly. You want to fuse the nip and the guns together. Okay, so, alright, now we get out of this masking mode. Now we got the gun, so we do a little copy, and we do a paste. And then now, let's see what we have here. We got, oh, look at that. The breasts are covered by the gun now. Now it just fits in place. Now we can do a little more trimming up here of the breasticles. We can come out to the breast layer, maybe shave it back a little bit. But as you see, that's getting a little rough now. So we're gonna leave the breasts there. I think they're where we want them to be. Maybe do a little trim up around there with an eraser. You know, we gotta make this sexy. And then we also got some stuff going on here. Well, here's the next trip. We're gonna do some clone stamping. What is clone stamping? Clone stamping is a vestige of hell. And we're gonna go through here, and we're gonna copy, paste, and clone, and make all these disgusting monstrosities. And we're gonna do the same thing this time. So I'm pressing Alt, I'm selecting a source, and what it does is it takes a pattern and repeats it. So we're gonna put it around, and we're gonna tuck that right under Mel Gibson's disgusting beard.
If anything, it's giving his pecs more latitude.
Exactly.
And breadth.
Now,
I like that.
Once again, as we said before here with the gun, we're gonna have to do something on the other side, because as Sir Isaac Newton taught us, every action has a reaction, which means, go ahead.
Before we get into the Newtonian physics, I'd like to make a request. Can we get some good clone stamping neck on our Gibson bot?
Oh, there's no neck involved.
Can we pull old Mel's head up a spell and just really just clone stamp a hairy, nipply neck?
I don't. Do you got a suggestion?
Yeah, just keep blending it. Just give
What I'm
him a
It's-
neck.
You give him a big gay rainbow bandana and have that be.
I
part of
think
his-
we should leave his head where it's at. I just see problems coming in the future.
You just like him as a turtle man.
Kinda, a little bit.
Alright.
I can shrink it.
You know,
Let's all right.
when you're
Let's
right,
give him a
you're
neck. Let's give him a
No,
neck.
when you're right, you're right.
Let's give him a neck. Blackbot wants a neck. Everyone's asking for neck.
Everyone just
Hail,
wants
Jack
neck.
Straw. How you doing? Jack Straw, what do you think? Neck? No neck? We're gonna make a nice hairy neck back here. Well,
I
just
think
this
if his neck's really hairy and long, it just speaks volumes.
how long?
about him. I mean,
Or if we're leaving him
Maybe.
hatless, I got a lot of photoshopping to do right in this region now. So it wasn't accounted for that. So we might have to keep
Well,
him turtle.
keep him turtle, man. I think when you're right,
Keep
you're
him
right.
turtle.
I tried to complicate things, and you know what?
You don't want to
Not always
overcomplicate
best.
things. You just want to complicate it just the right amount. Neck beard, okay. As you see, he's scaling. Look at that ripple effect. It's disgusting. It's the Mel we all want. We need to pull him up a schmitch. Because we need to see those, need to see those perfect perky nips. There we go. Just
Oh
a
man,
Even less than-
it's even lower.
we need to take that head down a schmitch. Did you know the
In many
human...
ways, it's better. He looks like a baby.
Yeah, well, you kind of had that mentality. There we go. So we'll just clean up the little spots back in here. You know what? I can actually just reverse all this and go right back to the clone stamp because it got a little crazy there. Kind of want to go back to where we were before. There we go. Brought it back. Brought it on back. We're going to pull out a little bit. You know, always got to pull out a little bit. And then we're going to, you know, get some hair, neck hair. There we go. This just extends now. We're going to make sure this arm overlaps properly. Because, oh, hail Splendopia. I see how you're in this. I know our neck, he says. Splendopia is a, he's a professional Easter egg hider. And,
Oh.
yeah.
It's your busy season.
Yeah, he's in his busy season right now. So we're gonna take this arm, and we're gonna.
It must be time consuming to break in all those like church courtyards and.
Exactly. So we're gonna come around here and select that arm. We're gonna hide this sexy body for a second. You know, I'm sorry guys. I know you want to see that. And we're gonna just trim up this arm a little bit more. So we're gonna come in here, we're gonna pull down, clear this up with the masking tool again. The masking tool really helps it out, you know.
It's a crying shame you had to hide that body. You could latch onto those
I
nips for
know.
your life.
We could, yeah, I know. You know, that arm's gonna want to hold on to his nips, and we gotta make sure that arm gets to those nips. Namaste. Namaste. Nipple stay. Gay for stay. Gay for stay. Okay. So we're pulling up here. We're gonna clean up a little bit down here because there might be some nip overlappage, and we don't want all that schmuckus. Remember what we said about the schmuckus? You remove the schmuckus. Okay. So we get that body back, we get that nice body back, and then we're gonna copy paste this arm off of the main Megatron. And then we're gonna paste it here. Oh! And look, we got an overlap. Which means we're gonna have to do some disgusting clone stamping again of that nip. So we're gonna pull this in here. We're gonna get to some clone stamping. Oh, that's a nice hat. See, if we gave him a neck, we wouldn't have been able to give him a hat.
I think this hat is a contender.
I think it's definitely a contender. Okay, so let's look at our beautiful monstrosity right now. He's looking good. He's looking real good. He's got a good cod piece. Half man, half robot.
This is the future.
This is the future. This is the future of Americans. We're gonna lose weight. We're gonna be half man, half robot. We're gonna have some nice girded loins. Okay. So next, what does his gun fire?
Oh, I have a suggestion for that.
You have a suggestion, huh?
Yeah, it's up there. It's in there.
So do we want to use
It's-
number
it's-
one or
it's-
number two?
It's right. I think number one.
Number-
Just invert it.
Number
Yeah.
one, it's more stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just have that peeking right out, ready to fire.
Ready to fire.
Ready to blow, sir.
Ready to blow, sir. Alrighty. So let's get some of that action in here. So everyone is probably sitting with bated breath. What is Megatron going to fire? Well, or blow. He's gonna blow this. So we're gonna place this first. He's gonna. Oh!
Remember that this is Megatron, you know, the best back hole.
He's gonna take some back hole with this. He's gonna be. It is a gape or be gaped world out there. Look at his outfit.
What exactly, my man?
So let's position this beast. So we're gonna definitely be doing some layering here. This is be very, very Blackish Frog goes, oh! And so we're gonna get position this just right. You know, we're gonna need a clean cut here. So I'm just getting an idea of sizing while I'm here. You know, we just want to get this lots of gaping in the back holes.
It'd be nice just to see that loaded in the chamber, you know?
You know,
of
just
his
one. Yeah, you
Megatron
gotta
gun.
get one in the chamber for sure.
Of the Fistzuka.
The old blast fist. Now, once again, I'd say this is a 1 to 2.5 on a 5. You're not gonna get banned, Terry. You're gonna get
How
more
are you gonna
followers.
get banned for that?
Where are you gonna get banned? Doesn't what's his name? Who's the CEO of Twitter again? He uses one of these. Jack Dorsey. Jack Dorsey uses one of these. He actually suggested it to us.
They gave him one free with the nose stud.
Exactly. They gave him a nose stud, and they gave him a CEO position. All right, so we got to clean this bitch up just a little bit, though. We don't want to go too more. You know, and some things are best kept in its natural state. Now, remember, everyone, don't shave your chochas. You don't always got to shave your chocha. You only have to shave your chocha sometimes. Okay, everybody. So let's get ready. Namaste. Nam Fiste. Okay.
It's
So,
amazing how versatile that word is.
that word is so versatile. So versatile. We're gonna select and we're gonna inverse select it because we want to cut this out. So
Hey, Black has a point there. We actually might get a Twitter follower for Terry, Jack.
that's true. See,
Can we just omit the handle portion and just get just the wrist segment like it's loaded in?
Whoa, baby, you're getting ahead of yourself.
I'm not
Already
You're getting
tired.
way ahead of yourself here. We're gonna get
Yeah,
there.
gotta cut the whole thing out.
I'll take you there,
I'm
baby.
just so excited.
You're just so excited to get to fisted.
I just want to get taken there.
You're trying to
You
get.
just want to load that.
You're just excited to knob fist day.
I'm excited to get to his feet.
Okay, yeah, well, his feet would be real good. He's not even going to be recognizable as a Transformer when we're done with him. He's going to...
Oh, we transformed him already.
we did indeed. All right, so we're pulling it out, as you should. And then we're going to do a nice select
like-
and mask.
What a savage being you are if you're using that on yourself.
Tell me about it, man.
Like, why is there a market for that?
Imagine if you were out at like a basketball court because someone stole something and that rolled out across when they emptied your backpack. Imagine the beating you'd get. Alright, so we select and mask that, and then we're gonna copy and a paste. A paste. Look at it in its glorious state. It is shiny, it is strong, it is versatile. So we're gonna get this loaded in this chamber here. So what do? We layer. We layer. So what do we layer? Well, we want this to be popping out of this chamber.
Oh my
We
God.
want this to be popping. So
That's perfect. Yeah, that's perfectly lined. Oh my gosh.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come into the gun again, and we already have this gun cut up here. I'm not sure if that's a full gun. Let's just use the partial gun because we want this popping in the chamber. And we're just gonna come. We're gonna use the polygonal lasso tool, and we're gonna come straight across because this is the perspective. And then we're gonna come up because, you know, this is pretty well, you know, drawn out. We're gonna come up here, and you don't have to get perfect because it's gonna be overlaying the fist, you know. And then we're just gonna come across. We're just gonna make a standard square. You don't have to get crazy with it. You don't have to, you don't have to get too crazy with it. There we go. Now we got a nice selection. And now, well, the other thing we have to pull out is this circle here. So we're gonna have to just get this circle right in this region. First thing we're just gonna do is we're gonna pull this back a bit. So we're gonna use the magnetic lasso tool, and we're gonna minus this circle out of here because the fist will be coming out here. So we're gonna hold Alt, and then we're gonna subtract this circle region. So the fist, the Iron Fist, this is what Queen Mary ruled with. The Iron Fist can get out of there.
And all the other subsequent matriarchs.
Exactly. They were all there. They all saw it. So we're just gonna copy, and then we're gonna paste that onto its own layer. We're gonna put that at the top, and we put the fist through. Look at that! It's magic. The fist is coming out of the gun. It's just magic, guys, and that's the magic of Photoshop. This is why I like
Locked and
sharing it
loaded.
with all with you. It is locked
Locked
and
and
loaded.
Oh my god.
That bitch is
Really
not
nice.
coming out.
Scrumptious.
That is pure scrumptiosity.
Ready for rocket propelled backwards.
It is locked and loaded. Terry, you're getting the avatar of the decade, my friend. This is why we do the Meme Foundation. This is all about giving, make a meme foundation. We're making wishes, we're making memes. We're making a good time. We're just having a good time all around. So what do we do now? Those feet are looking a little boxy to me. What do you think, 69?
I think they could use a little extra love.
I definitely think they could use a little extra love here.
What's sexier than the feet that I picked out for Terry?
I think those are the sexiest feet. ever. Oh, hail man of sex. Can't wait for the final results. Oh, brother. Oh, Terry. You will
Oh, my
have
man.
the best avatar ever.
Oh,
Have a good night, Terry. There'll be a nightmare in your email. I'm going to slip into those DMs and never pull out.
Just pretend it's 100 times gayer, and you'll be just about.
All right.
Don't worry, Terry. I'm on the case for you, my man.
You have representation here. Black Russian Bot said he'll make sure it's really gay, too. So we got some good feet. So what kind of feet do we put on Mel Gibson? Well, like...
What lives in
It's
the
obvious,
Shire
right? What
and
lives...
rhymes with Bobbit?
It is a... Throbbit! Now, we're gonna get all kinds of good, just good vibrations from this here. We're gonna make sure these feet fit him perfectly. You know, we want to make sure Terry...
I chose a pair that I thought would really accommodate the Mel Gibson bot.
And match.
I mean, pretty good, huh?
It's pretty good. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is actually, I'm gonna pull places again. We're gonna go from a full size and go down. Now, you never cut too much. Measure twice, cut once. So, we want to keep this feet. We want to get a good selection of them. So I'm using the magnetic lasso tool. We're gonna get around these, because hair with hair. I might have missed some of that hair there. We're gonna be doing some feathering though, so it's okay. Don't worry. I know. I'm sure Black Russian Bot right now is just clutching his iPad in horror as I'm missing those nice furry feet. But it's okay, Black Russian Bot. We'll figure this all out. So we'll cut around here. Gotta go around the toes. We'll get in there. We gotta get a good spot. We'll get around here. Get under the feet. Aha! There we go. Selected. All right. So now we're gonna mask. As you see, it is sloppy down here. It is sloppy as fuck. There is so much schmuckus. These hairy feet are not properly represented. We need to make sure we get everything. This is Terry's avatar. There are avatars on the line here. There's Twitter cred on the line here. So we're just gonna pull around here. We're gonna cut. Make sure this is. Now, as you notice, as time goes on and this stuff gets harder, I care less and less how this is going to turn out.
Terry left the stream.
Terry left the stream, so he's not representing himself. So
It's not that. It's this that's not getting harder and harder. It's just your pants getting tighter.
my pants are just getting tighter and
Well,
tighter.
something's getting harder and harder.
And I might have to dismiss myself.
You're dismissed, sir.
You are dismissed, sir. Alright, let's just get a nice, good, round foot cut. Let's pull this up in here. We got a little shading going on. That's a little too much shading. It's more shading than I like. Yeah. The feet could be a little higher pixel density, but that's fine. We'll work with it. We're God's gift. Okay, so we'll copy, paste. Oh! And there they are. Now we can definitely clean. Actually, I'm gonna go back and I broke one of my own rules. We should select and mask, and we're gonna feather that bitch. Feather. Feathering always does the trick. Oh, now look, we're getting some of the hairs. It's still a little spiky on the one side, but we'll erase that layer. But there we go. We got some of the hairs going now. So we'll copy, paste, and delete that layer. Now we got the feet. We got Mel Gibson's feet. Awesome.
I mean, and what beautiful feet they are.
I know. Tell me about it. Like, I'm just in awe right now. Now, how do we get these feet over the stuff? I'm actually kind of wondering. Well, I kind of want them just popping out the bottom of his Megatron. Exactly. We're all thinking the same. So how do we do that? We're going to have to do a little deleting, my friends. We can't keep everything.
Well, we could just cut the shins off and just have the furry, sweet little hobbit feet.
No. We will make this. This will be very clean. You can tell these feet are beautiful, and they're in the right position. You picked once again a great angle, 69. Now we just need to pull Voltron and Megatron, Gatron, all together here. So we're gonna group all this stuff, and what I like to do is I put them in a folder. So we're just gonna put what we have, we're gonna group them together, and put him Gatron.
Well, there's nothing wrong with losing a lot of the essence of Megatron.
No,
There's really not.
there's nothing wrong with that. See, look at the beauty we've come through so far.
And Transformers was like the subtext of that movie was all about evolution, and you can see that.
He's evolving before our eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all about evolution. So we're gonna just bring this down a smidgen. We're gonna take that and the Gatron, and then we're just gonna resize this slightly. Bring it up. Oh. We're gonna bring it right about there. There we go. Now we got some room for those Hobbit feet. Now he's centered. He's strong. He has his confidence. There's almost gonna be no Megatron left when we're done with him.
Almost as if it was planned.
Alright, so we'll get those Hobbit feet right on board here. They're just going through their onboarding process. And they're about to be integrated right into Mega Feets. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in here. Very similar to how we made the fist come out of the gun. We're going to make these feet pull into his Megatron's feet. So, once again, we're going to hide the feet. No, they're going to be coming out of the boots.
Oh, I love that. That way we maintain a lot of Megatron's natural robot
It's
essence.
pizzazz. Exactly.
It's pizzazz.
So he's going to come out of these boots on the bottom here. I'm going to select these bitches. Okay, we're going to select this one. I'm doing a shift click. That gives a plus, which means you can select multiples at once. For everyone out there learning your Photoshops, you might be a young Photoshopper. You might be making your own shipping Megatron gay porns to Fap2 on your own business. You know, that's your business. This is America. That's your business.
You may have downloaded Blender and you're just making your own animated shorts.
You
You're
might-
looking for something sexy.
Might be
to-
making animated shorts. Might not be. I'm not going to judge you.
You might be animating the shorts off Megatron.
What I
It's
am
all
going
up
to
to
do
you.
is show you how to make some beautiful Hobbit feet go on top of a Megatron. So right here, I'm just clean up all this schmookus because we're going to get rid of this. This can actually be a little loose on the bottom here because that's going on. The important part is the feet meeting the bottom of his shin guards. That is the most important part, so we got to make sure that's all in there. Brian the Observer says he'll tell you when he's taking a poop. I bet you he's taking a poop right now because he just told us, even though he said he didn't tell us.
He is comfortably pooping in public.
I heard that, yes. His neighbor
I
didn't
heard
like
that.
that.
Actually, on his lawn. Here's that.
It's not fertilizing when dropping a deuce in your backyard.
He'll always tell us when he's doing it. But that's what he's a very polite man.
Yep.
And when he's getting naked, and when those two things coincide, it's wondrous.
It's a wondrous
yeah.
good time.
Yeah. That's a good one.
I saw Brian. I want to give a shout out to Brian the Observer. Go on his YouTube channel today. He had a video where he ate soup, and the whole video was him. You saw a napkin very up close.
When is B. Ryan gonna mansplain shapes?
He
Basic
mansplained
shapes.
soup today. You missed it.
Oh man.
Well, I loved his mansplaining open bar. That was
Oh, that was the best. So we're just gonna. Oh, we're gonna flip those feet right in there. Look at that. It's a.
Flip those
Oh,
bitches
it's
in.
gorgeous. So we're just gonna slide that out a little bit.
perfect.
We're gonna- and we're gonna. So we're gonna get rid of that extra
It's
stuff.
just, that is just scrumptious, boys.
Terry,
That's what we
you
want.
don't. You are blessed, Terry. You're about to have the best avatar ever, and you don't even know it. Gatron to the max, exactly. Black Russian bot. Look at that. It's gorgeous. I might, see if I can turn this a little bit. Mate, pull this to the
I don't
right.
know, what-
slightly.
What would be your reaction, Adam, to that?
Oh,
I mean,
Adam says, "Can you imagine an army of these charging it?"
that would be hell. There we go. So we got some nice feat action going here. But you know, just something about. I think we need some good backgrounds now. I think we're into background territory. What do you fellas think?
what do we think about a hat? Should we ask the
Well, the thing is, at that large
I'm
noggin, there's no space right up there.
Do you see those ears, dude?
And I think taking them down the spell will
will diminish some of the more
Diminish.
alluring properties of his outfit?
Yes, exactly. So I think we need some backgrounding now. We need to put in the background. And I got a nice photo here. This is a Maverick
You're not going
photo.
to use Mykonos?
Oh no, I got one right here. Oh, it is the Gay Lord himself. He will be in the background for this evening. We'll have him like this. We have a nice upskirt shot.
Why is this?
Oh, perfect.
Look at him. He's just sitting there dreaming about Megatron and his gayness, and he's got his nice feet right on his chest.
What?
Here we go. Terry, you're a lucky man. They probably told you that when you got married, but you're luckier now than you've ever been before. There we go. We'll have him in the background up at the top.
Can
Nice
you
one.
can you do a rainbow wash on that for me?
Oh, of course.
Thank you.
Of course. We're gonna do it in the background because that's a little too much gray and black going on back there. A lot of it on the chest. There we go. I think we got a position. He's standing in the chest with his hairy feet. He's unmanscaped. He's in his natural form. His chocha unshaven. And now we're gonna do a nice rainbow gradient over this. So
I think that would be most appropriate.
most apropos for indeed. So we do a circle. Now I think we should do a line. We want to heighten. So I'm gonna come across. So there's a nice like laser beam.
Oh,
going
that's
up.
beautiful.
Oh, right there. I think I got that right there. Maybe a little-
There.
Just so there's no doubt, you know?
There we go. And now he's in the limelight. He's in the rainbow. There is no doubt. He is in the rainbow. He's looking strong. He's looking good. And I'm gonna get some little texturings going on here. So what I like to use is a little paintbrush action. And we're gonna pull down here. It's called Kyle's Screton. Not sure what that is. Sounds pretty gay. But we're gonna use it. So I'm just taking the entire size of the canvas. We're gonna click once. Oh, now we got a little pop comic art stuff going on here. Well, I'm just gonna adjust this gradient slightly more because I feel like we could definitely get a little more out of this gradient. Oh, there we go. That's looking more alluring to me. It's looking fancier. So we're gonna select this this top gradient, and then we're gonna put a gradient on that. It is gradients of gradients of gradients. Now, there's never too many gradients. So we're gonna go the opposite angle of the rainbow and go upwards. That way you get a nice contrast there. Look at that! It is gorgeous!
That is just gorge.
It is fantastic. Let's get a zoom in on that. We see some nice hairy chest. Oh, there's the feet. I'm defeated by the feet. You can get a, it's got some nice textures that's going on here. It's a masterpiece. But I think we need to add a little more here. I think Megatron needs to be a little more rainbowy himself. What do you guys think? What's left of Megatron, should I say? I think he needs a rainbow gradient. Rainbow gradients for everybody. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna combine and merge these layers together because we already made the perfect man. There's no argument by this point. And then he may have lost his soul, but he just gained a gradient. So we're gonna,
And you all got to watch, original content made before your very eyes.
before your very eyes. So we're gonna put Gatron together. We're gonna merge the layers. We're gonna put him at the very top, and then we're gonna get a nice gradient going on. It still doesn't want the feet for some reason. Oh, that's because I didn't select it. There it is. Okay, so do that with a nice opacity. There we go. No, you know what? Let's leave him how he is. He's good in his natural form. Let's put an outer glow on him. Because we want, he's glowing. There it is. Okay, so let's do
rainbow glow.
a rainbow glow, exactly. You're already ahead of me. You already know how perfect this is.
When you're right, you're right.
When you're right, you're right. We're gonna do a nice rainbow glow. Oh, there we go. You can see his aura, and rainbow is the color of his energy.
Extra bit on the left.
He just has some extra bits.
That is just amazing.
But what's cool is that we can clean that up there. Give him a little cleanup. It's gorgeous. He's amazing. Okay, so we got to put the stamp.
Actually, we can still see Ro in the back.
Can he be gayer? I think he needs to be a little gayer. Maybe we'll just bring this gradient down slightly. Just bring all these opacities down just slightly so we can tell that there's a Gaylord in the back. There we go, just a little bit. Okay, and then
I think it's concealed just enough. You
Just
know, 'cause
enough.
You don't want it to be too overwhelming, because you don't want it to steal the show from Mellotron.
Yeah. Mellotron.
Mellotron.
So my chosen font is 1985, which stands for 1985. If ask Brian, he could probably mansplain that to you. And I just do a simple M-O-S, because I am your man of sex, and I'm your friendly neighborhood man of sex. M-O-S. They call me.
Who's getting it done next?
I think we're gonna call it after this because it's already been a 2-hour stream.
Oh goodness.
But
no, I
we
mean
will-
like who's gonna be the guest?
Oh, who's gonna be the
getting their
guest
avatar
next?
next?
That's a good question.
Shall we ask someone in the chat if they
Should we
would
ask-
or want?
Who is next, guys? Who is the next victim slash
Beneficiary
of
free,
our love?
Intensity. Yep.
Can
Or
run a
love or
poll.
whatever.
It has been 2 hours. You have been thoroughly entertained, and you didn't even know it. Thoroughly.
It's like half the length of the last Star Wars movie.
Exactly. And this has a better
But
story
one
all
more
around.
Way more entertaining. Oh, are we doing Adam next?
Adam AF needs a new one.
All you have to furnish us with is a theme that we'll completely ignore.
Black Russian Bot's raising his hand.
All right. Well, how are we gonna decide this?
Well, Black Russian Bot said he wanted Billy D. Williams playing him in the War Campaign movie. And he's the fighter of War Campaign. He's the main man. He's also a co-memer. Part of this was due to... he's going to wait. Okay, so Adam AF seems to be the target. I'm not sure if Tyler came on stream, but he'll be one day. No, Wesley Snipes. Oh, yeah.
Man.
So Black Russian Bot is a diva backstage, guys. You don't know this, but he's such a diva, and he wants Wesley Snipes to play every character in the movie. And we tell him, no, Black Russian Bot, stop being such a diva. You can't always get your way, but he does. He's Black
Wesley
Russian
Snipes
Bot.
is a solid character.
He's a exactly.
I saw Blades 1 through 12, and they were all amazing.
They were all amazing.
Even the one with Ryan Reynolds in it.
I was gonna say, even the one with Dead.
So we're gonna save this as a PNG. We'll call this Gaytron for Terry. For Terry.
That's such a
Gatron.
delicious profile picture. It really
For
is.
Terry. Save. And I will be posting this in the message so everyone can download it. I'll be DMing them in the DM group. So I think we're gonna call it here. How does everyone feel? Does everyone feel like they got through some stuff here?
I think we worked out and solved a lot of issues.
Yes, we did.
I learned
Nom
all
Fist
about
Day.
feather. I learned all about feather.
I learned about you learned about feathering.
Or whatever.
And other things. Everyone had a good time. Namfist Day.
Fun hanging out with you guys.
Fun hanging out with everybody. Everyone,
and-
thank you for
and
coming to our
gals.
stream. We'll probably do another one here soon. I'll make sure I tell everybody, give everyone a heads up. Make sure Terry makes this his avatar. We're all going to force him under peer pressure to make this his avatar. And Namfist Day, everybody. Everyone have a fine and dandy night.
Later, dudes.
See ya.
It's Rosemary. She's been reading your novel. What's it called again? Man of Sex.
Public is confused, present is virtue.